So basically, pandas we have done, which is worked on CSV data, where we use the function called the read CSV. It basically reads the data from that CSV file. Okay. And then we have done some filtration parts. The filtration part may be the greater than value, less than value, or equal to value, particular columns. We have extracted a part of data. Again, we are going to convert that data into CSV files. CSV. So basically, we have done this function only. If you observe our code, and you'll come to know that we mostly worked on this. But Panda is not just related to this. We can do far more things with the pandas. So today we are going to see some extra informations related to the pandas. So, so the very basic part we have seen how to install it, how to make a dictionary, and how to convert it to the CSV. And apart from this, we have seen some of the files. So if you see the pandas, you'll come to know. Please read CSV file we have done, where you can see that we can able to read, and some of the function we have seen the info functions, but there are many functions are there that we are going to see through the list of pandas function, like some of function we have seen like drop, duplicate, get the length and the index, and convert again to the CSV. So mostly up to now we just read the data, filter the data, and again we are converting the data. There's only two parts we have seen up to now: convert data into CSV or the read data CSV, and have some filtration, filter data. Now some extra function we are going to see, and we'll observe how it is work. Okay, step by step. So let's start with the basic things, functions. So that are very simple function. Let me list up some function, and one by one you can see. See, there are one of the function is called head function is there. Okay. Then there is a function called tell. Okay? So it will give some extra things about the file that we are reading. Then we have a function name as a sample function is also there. Info function, one of the function we have seen already, but this is also the kind of function is there. We'll see all the use and how it is help us to have some extra information related to the function. There is a describe is there is a save, column, index, volumes. The multiple functions are available. So that's going to see today. And apart from this, we can't only convert this data into the CSV, that is a comma separated value. If you want, we can convert into the Excel also, the HCPL. If you want, we can convert this data into the JSON file also. There is a concept called to JSON file. If you want to convert this data into the SQL queries, so that is also possible to convert this data into SQLs. And there is one more format you can convert that is known as fact query. We are going to see practically that how exactly it works. शिक्षू लेक्चर मध्ये जा बरं नंतर येते. Okay, so these are the functions that we are going to see, converting into the different formats and having some functions, basic functions. Okay, so let's start one by one. Mm, You can see the changes, how exactly extra information we are getting. So any sample Excel that we have already have we in our folders. There's .csv file we have, or else you can see that student file we already have. Right. Okay. So let's open our CSV file here. Okay. Just a second. So with sample file we have students. I think the name of the function file is student. Okay. This Excel file we have. So up to now we have just seen the basic things. Either we can read the data, either we can filter of data, and again convert it to the PDF files. ती माझं ते धार सगळं रेकॉर्ड होतं घेऊन जाणं. So we'll see some extra information related to the file now. And for that, we can apply the different list of the functions. So let me create one of the new files and I'll save it as in our folder, like in documents. Uh, you can name it as pandas functions. PNDS functions. Dot qwebs. So now we know how to use a functions import, import pandas pandas as a PD. Okay. Now, so these are file names. We have a file. It's called student.csv files. Okay. So that file we are going to read. So take any variable. For example, you can say that df or anything as equal pd dot read csv read underscore csv. Okay. And you can just simply change it. This is df. So it will give all the data from that file. It takes some time, but it provides good data. True. We not pass the file name. We need to pass the file name. So what is file name? Student.csv dot. Yeah. So now this is simple things. Whichever the file we have, it can able to read by pandas.read csv. Now, what do you want? We want some extra informations. So for that, we have listed some of the functions. The call as a head, something tell. Okay. We'll observe what it gives the outputs when I'm writing head or when I'm writing tell. So what extra things it going to provide us. Okay. So that we have observation and then we'll see one by one. So what is the first function ours? The head. And the object where we read the data, the file name of that is df. Now let's see. Entry print df dot. What is the first function one? This is head. 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 See, we have head. Let's see now. Sorry. Uh, what is function error? One of the closing bracket is missing. Let's see. Now add this thing. Now we have to observe what we get. Can you just observe like what head returns? Do you have any observation while seeing this data? Let me simplify this.
Yes, sir.
Now, see this. This is your original data, and what head written? What is your observation?
Sir, the student ID.
No, it's written entire data, but what head?
Yes, it
No,
is arranged.
sir. Yes.
Hmm? So basically, head written first five record from this. It's okay. You can see that 101, 102, 103, 105. So what head function do here? It written first five record RECORD. Correct? We'll keep writing the description also so that as further we go, we'll understand better. Now let's try the
Yes.
second function df dot what is function? Tell. So what do you think? What it written? If the head written first five record, then tell will written.
Last five.
Obviously, it's like no, I can we have output or not? The df dot tell, right? Let me close this window first and I'll clarify it. I'll this so df of tal tell. Okay, let's go there. Yeah, perfect. See, is tell written 101, 102, 103, 105. And if you see our Excel file, so you come to know that the last five record 15, 15, 15, 14, and 12. Is that correct? Perfect. The last five
Yes.
record 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So the two function is clear that first one head written the first five record and the tell written RETURL written last five record. Two function is okay. Now there is one more function is there and that is called sample. TRMP df.sam. Now let's observe what it returns. TRMP print. I'll just separate out the lines that will understand what exactly it is. So now which output we are getting 108. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now one more time let me run. The last record is 108. Now see. Okay, the same things we are getting means exactly what it do. Not every time same, but it print one sample data at randomly. Okay.
Yes.
It is not about exactly the seven data, but it is store one time buffer so to keep on giving the same output. But if you make some changes in the records, so let me copy some records and duplicate it so that we see. Yeah, now even we can arrange this also. So we have seen it. Okay, no worries. Let's wide. Now let's run these files and then see. It will not give the seventh data, it will give some other data. Where is our function? Just F5. See, you heard it? So the sample data written one are the sample. Uh,
Sir, it can print any, right?
yeah, it will print n. So it's randomly, it's written, you can get random sample data. It's not
Yes.
exactly the like index wise, random sample data. Okay. Okay, so let next go for the function called informations. Okay, so PRA entry print, there is a function called df.info. See, the pandas is specially for the Excel data or CSV data. So we should have all the possible functions to get the first five data, last five data, any sample data, extra information, what kind of data type it is used, how many data it is having, everything, all possible information you can get with the built-in function. Now let's observe what info going to print. Now we see that the info function is going to print this much information. So there are basically nine columns there. This is things. Second, how many entry we are having? 22 entry we are having. Total nine columns. And it's showing the types of data also. So basically there are only integer and the string data is presence. And it also defined there is a one float data, three integer data, and the file that object with string data. And the total memory it is used 1.7 kilobyte. Okay. So these are providing the extra informations about the Excel file. Correct. Now let's go with the another function. These are the single line function, but we need to observe what exactly printing. Now there is one more function called df.describe. You can see that there is a describe function. Now we have to observe it. What it describe. Let's check it now. It will run fine. We are added the lines. Oh, what it describing. Okay, okay. Can you observe it? What it is printed?
Sir, it is printed in
Like so many
the
things it printing together. So it printed a count, it printed the mean, it printed standard
standard
deviations, it's a minimum
minimum
value, maximum value, right? And even you can see that you can observe the column ID also. The student ID is which is the max ID is there? 150. Which is the minimum ID? 101.
140,
Correct. In marks also, the lowest mark is 40. The highest mark is 95.
95,
Correct. In the attendance also, the lowest attendance is 55.
55.
So basically, the describe function will describe all possibilities, maximum, minimum, to 25%, 50%, and 75%. So it's like label wise, lowest, then 25%, 50%, 75%, and last one is obviously what? It is 100%. Means max to max. And the count is like there are 22 IDs, 22 marks. Obviously, that will become the same things ID. But can you specify this, like what exactly mean is? Or you can see that there is a mean is nothing but 75. How it is calculating the mean? It's like some kind of average. Okay,
Yes, sir.
it mean value. So it's some kind of average you can consider. So describe function will print this much things or extra things. So basically all needed information it is printed on a single tab. Got it? Okay.
Yes.
So there are still more function. Suppose assume that you want this information into the other file. So that also you can do. Okay. For example, now you can see that this df.describe we are now directly printing. Now instead of printing it, I want some information. You can see that info. and this information is describing here. Now you can extract this data into the two, three formats: the JSON format, the SQL format, and the Excel format also. Okay. So now just assume that you want this data into the say that JSON formats. So what you can do, you can convert info dot to JSON. Okay. Let's see how it print. And I'll just for understanding, I will just convert this into this. And I will make some file name as suppose test.json. I'll print it success. A simple secret to this success. Let's see what will happen. Okay. I can see that this all described information we are exported into the test.json. And if you go into the file, can you see this? The file is generated. And now I can have this information in the JSON format. That is key value pair, curly brackets, and all that things. See,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
this is how powerful it's like we can extract it all data into the this JSON format also. So there are two, three formats are there. Let me test. So first up one is JSON data. Now let me convert into the suppose so there is SQL also format, but let's see how it works. Like info dot to SQL. Okay, it's query kind of thing. So let me check the test dot SQL file. Okay, and there is a one more file is called. Let's see, check this first whether it is working or not. Oh, the name test not defined. Okay, okay. Ah, single quote is missing. Right? Pass single quotes. Now let's observe. Ooh, what error? Types error. The SQL missing the positional argument. Gone. Okay, let it be. Let's see second times. There is one more types. So SQL maybe needed a connection, so that may be error. But there is a one more function is there called two paraquets. PARQUET. Let's see what it do. But we don't know like what is the function name or what is the extension need to be given. Let's see that. No, it is also not. Is support or user pipe Panda installs. Okay, it needs some extra model to be get installed. Okay, so as of now we have two format. Either we can generate into the JSON and the CSV file. But there is one more type is there that is called Excel. 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 Let's try to convert into the Excel. So test dot. For the Excel, there is a format or there is an extension. You can see that file save as this PC. That extension we need to do. This is CSV, but you can see that the extension this is Excel. Okay, let's see. Test.excel. Oh, oh, Excel file. No engine file type as an Excel. We need to see the extension. Let me save first. and then we can see what extension it is storing. Is there any more extension that calls? Let's check the property file properties. In an extension, it's showing somewhere. Yeah. So what is the extension is there? Excel SX. We are giving some other extension. I'm directly specifying the name. Okay. Do not specify the name. There is a right call. This Excel SX. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah. Nice work. So now you can go into our folder part, and from there you can see there is a file, Excel file may be there. See, there is a difference between the CSV and the Excel file. The CSV file, you can see that there is a kind of simple comma separated value. But if you observe the Excel, it's a proper Excel file. And from here, you can see that how properly it went in this. Right. See how powerful function the pandas can provide. And it is very useful. In the industry, it is used many times. So if you want all the information in one shot, in the sorted manner, the exact count of student ID, marks, attendance, which is a max one, which is a mean ones, means there is no need to calculate all things manually. Just use the function describe and convert into the separate Excel file. So it will give this kind of data. Fine. So now let's go with some other information. How cool it is, right? You can able to extract it. So this is a describe functions. Now let's go with some other sample functions. So there is a function called column. There is a function called, you can see that index. Let's see what it brings. PRNT printer. Now the df dot, you can see that what shape function do? You can object what it print at the last. Okay, the tuple error print df dot shape shape. Okay, the tuple object is not callable. Okay, maybe shape is not directly. Okay, let's go with another function called column. COLUMNS. Columns. So it may print the number of columns available on the list or see. It is also not working. Index object is not callable. Okay, let me pass some column name maybe. So columns of something. I'm just checking it. Not sure it worked exactly or not. Ah, it's not working. So it's giving index error. So let me pass from index file as suppose. Pass one. Okay, that is also not fixed. Okay, leave it. So let's go with another function. So df dot the function name is values 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 function. It is also not works. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So I think it was connected. So where we are, this is a function which is not directly gonna work. So let's try with column can work, but why is not working? Let's say df dot columns, which print all the column list. Hmm. So what error it is giving? Suppose in df we are having all the information, right? Okay, maybe we have called this here. So that's giving issue. Okay. df.save. This function will return that how many rows and the column you have. shape save. Oh, it worked. Okay, we just what error we are trying to add the parenthesis. So that's a problem. Okay, so do not add any parenthesis here. So it will return how many rows and how many column.
Columns.
So this save function return the number of number of rows rows and the column column. Okay. Okay, that's error we are having. So now let's me print directly just a column. Do not add the function. That is not a function. It's just a variable. So we can go with the column columns 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 columns.
Yes.
So it
Yes,
will
sir.
print all the column list. So whichever the column we have. Perfect. So you have the column as student ID, name, gender, course, city, marks, grade, attendance, mobiles. And these are the column types.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah. So now let's go with the suppose index value. Index is also the function here and to print. Basic all possible functions so that will help out to get some of the information. So you can see that there is a range of index is it start with 0, its last index is 22, and it generally what it doing it is incrementing by 1. So there is one more function called data types. See already info give all this data things, but still we are printing info dot da da p data types data type dt types not data types. So dt types. Let's print all possible. Oh, spelling mistake. Yeah, double T we have done. So single data. See, the all specific. Student ID is integer data types. Name is object. This is integer. And mobile is what? I've got to float types. Got it? Now, there is one more function called values. So, df, sorry, print where to write? Print df dot values values. So it mostly print the values which is available in the columns. Okay, see that it printing all the values in single text. Okay, values. So only 2 3 function is pending. Let's done it. That also. So df dot the function name is something uniqueness. Unique is a function. Un is there any listed? UNIQUE. Unique. Let observe what it prints. Let me add some separate line here. Unique. This let's see. Oh, it's not working. Yeah, something is spelling mistake is there. Yeah, do you mean this? Yes, we mean this only. Huh, some spelling mistake is there. Okay, so what it prints? Student ID to 15, gender to name. Okay, what is observing? What you think? What is this? Hmm? Seeing this Excel file, can you tell me the things that is printed? What it's trying to show? Even
The the branch and the
no, no, like that is okay, but I'm asking about what is this count indicate? Gender, course, city, marks, grade, and the mobile. The function name is unique, huh? So remember that.
um
It's very simple, but just observe, read all the counts so you'll come to know that. How many count is showing for the gender?
two,
Why? Why two?
because there are
Why not?
two genders.
Only two
There are
genders, male and
female,
female.
female,
And the course is showing only three. Why three?
because there are
Three
three
courses,
courses. Yeah.
Java, Python, and data science. And the marks is showing 15 because there are 15 differentiate marks we'll have. If you see about the grade, there is a five being lost, only A, B, C, D, and F. Okay. In the similar manner, ID is showing 15 because there is a max ID 1 to 101 to 115. Okay. So this what it brings uniqueness things. You got it?
Yes, sir. So, but why those name is 15 then?
Because we have 15 different names. You can see that. Amit, Priya, Rahul, Neha. Actually, if you can see that there are how many count is there? 22 counts is there. But why still it's showing only this? Because some of the
Repeat.
names
Because
are
it's
repeated. Yeah. Even the in the male female are repeated for the 20 to 5. But unique count it's showing only that two. Okay. So there are we can use all possible functions of the Excel files because it's very helpful. You know, you can extract any kind of information of the CSV and the Excel files, which is true. Okay. Even though if you want any filter data value counts, that also you can extract. Okay. For example, now you want the only the column name related things. Okay, let me write this function. This is one of the last function. Let me see. And now we want only the values information related to the name. So I'll write in df. Okay, the column name we are having name is column name. Let's see that. Yeah, name. So and I want these values value and the count count. Count. Now let's see the information. So it will works for the value counts is there S, so we forget the S value counts. Okay, now you can see that the Kavita is one, Arjun is first, Neha Vikas is one, but Deepak comes for the four times, Rohit for the two times, Lena for the two times this time. Okay, so even though we can get the specific value, and now you can see that if I write instead of name and if I write the gender, how count will get? Can you guess any guesses? How much count will get?
two.
No, the true count is there for the male and the female, but there
Yes,
are out of 22 how many male and how many
female.
female. It may be 10, 12, or something. So there are how many male are there? 13 males are there,
13.
19. See how important information. Suppose you got like if you get any kind of Excel files and from that you want to just they are trying to access. Can you tell me like how many males and how many females? So instead of adding filter, this is directly can get the column name, value counts. In single line, you can get all the information, right? So this is how the pandas
Yes, sir.
function helps to get so much of data and this manner. Okay, and I can try all these functions. So there are so many still functions are there, but on day it is not possible to cover all the functions. Well, tomorrow we'll see some other function also. So which is basically for now we are seeing all the column data related informations. Okay. Then later we can work on some of the statistical function, grouping function, string function. We can rename it. We can add a new column. We can sort the data. Okay. So there are many functions are also the events. Okay. That also we are going to see. See, got the today's function. I'll send you all the function. You can practice this them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's a single line function. So remember, if you get any file, you can just import, like write import pandas as a PD, read all the data, and try out this all important related functions. Okay, it's single line functions, and also write the description also. What is unique to this 42? We can get data in the JSON, Excel. We have got the errors for the SQL and some paraquet data types. I'll find it out why these errors, and then that also you can export data. Okay, fine. So we'll see the rest functions tomorrow. It is interesting. Now it is not get boring. It's quite interesting because we are having this data and we can do so many things with it. Okay. And after converting this data, we can filter data which show into a graph also. There is a pie chart, there is a bar chart, there is a dot chart, line chart. They're all indication also we do. Okay. But we'll master into the Excel and the pandas first, and then we'll go for the graph. Okay. Fine. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Rest thing will suit you, tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.